Happy Wednesday. It's your boy RJ Cash Cole. Click that like, hit subscribe. Here we go, part two on our MLB slate. Let's get right into the action here today on the second episode of this. New York Yankees at the Baltimore Orioles. Now the Yankees started to get on track a little bit more. This Orioles team has been absolutely red hot as of late. They're only a game out of the playoffs. Yankees 8.5 game lead in the wild card. They're pretty much comfortably in. But the Yankees 5 back of the Rays. You got less than 40 games here. I don't see the Yankees tracking down the Rays. Now, again, Aaron Judge, he's starting to throw the ball around a little bit and whatnot. So we'll see. Keep that monitored. But right now, the Yankees 2 games back of the Orioles. The Yankees laying $1.18 plus 110 to come back on the Orioles. 74% of the ticket count, 79% of the handle is on the New York Yankees laying the $1.18. Orioles, 26% ticket count, 21% of the handle, getting the plus money back. 9 is where the total is setting for this thing. 37% of bets equaling 88% of the money. A lot of sharp action here pointing towards the over for this game. Now, the pitching matchup, again, here, the Yankees have won back-to-back games. They took the first game of the series yesterday against the Orioles, 3-1. Yankees now have beaten the O's 8 of the last 10. In the 8 meetings this year between the two teams, the Yankees have the 6-2 edge over Baltimore. Will Warren, 3-2 with a 5.62 ERA. 2 of his last 4 starts has given up at least 5 runs. Now, Warren has faced the Orioles twice this year. 11 2/3 innings, 7 hits. He's given up a total of 3 earned runs, struck out 15. So he's been decent. The Yankees won both of those games 6-2 and 7-2. In rolls Chris Bassett coming off the DL. His last start August 14th against the Rays, 5 1/3, 5 hits, only allowed 2 runs. So he looked very sharp in that. Now he faced the Yankees 3 games last year. Gave up a total of 6 runs in those outings. When you look at this, the Orioles, obviously, they're trying to get into that. They're in the AL wildcard race, but trying to get back into a spot there as they're a game back. Will Warren, for the year, 8-6 with a 4.42 ERA. In the month of June, or since the month of June, he's got 12 starts, but only has recorded 1 victory. So a little suspect there. But again, he's pitched decent against the Baltimore Orioles. Now, when you look at a couple other matchups here, as far as trends and things to kind of help you with your handicap, the Orioles have played to the under 5-0 and a push in the last 6 games. The over for Chris Bassett, when he's a dog, the over is cashed those 7 times. The over is cashed 8 straight games that Bassett is pitching in. That's pretty crazy. 8 straight games you're pitching in goes over the total. Listen, I like today, just talking about that over, I like the over here in this one as well. Obviously, yesterday only 4 runs scored. Now, the problem with the over is the Yankees just aren't scoring a lot of runs. So you might want to look at some. You could look at something with the Yurfee here, might be a way to go. First 5 innings could be a go here for this one. Looking at the total, so if you look, first 5 innings over 4.5 minus $1.50. A little high there, but you could parlay it if you did over 4.5 runs in the first 5 with the Cleveland Guardians. That's plus $1.60. That could be a way there to get you across the finish line and cash your ticket. Toronto Blue Jays at the Tampa Bay Rays got bit yesterday, gave out the under. The Blue Jays tapped the Rays 10-2. Now the Rays are laying 210 plus 190 to come back on the Blue Jays. 75% of the ticket count, 85% of the handle is on the Tampa Bay Rays. 25% ticket count, 15% of the handle on the Blue Jays. 7.5, that's where the total sets. 64% of the tickets equaling 24% of the handle says go back to the over. So very public action on the over, as to where the under seems to have some more sharp money. Remember, sharp money, low ticket count, high dollar amount, typically signals your sharps. 36% ticket count equaling 76% of the handle there in that one. Again, the Rays got a 5-game lead in the wild card. The Blue Jays now just a half game back of that last wild card spot there, despite being 3 games under 500. The Blue Jays 7-3 over their last 10. Again, they won yesterday 10-2 over the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays just 6-4 their last 10, still above 500, just not playing the baseball that they were playing. Now the pitching matchup here, Blue Jays now in the Rays, the last 10 meetings this season, Rays hold the 7-3 edge, but the Blue Jays have won the last 2. Max Scherzer, 2-3 with a 4.03 ERA. He's going to get the call. He has 3 starts in the month of August, 4 starts from July 27th since he's came back off the DL. In 4 starts, he's given up a total of 5 runs here. He's pitched extremely well. Last time out against Boston, 5 innings, 3 hits, only gave up 1 run, but then the bullpen imploded on him. Now, when you look on the other side, Drew Rasmussen, 3rd best odds to win the AL Cy Young. He had 3 straight shutouts going, and then in his last start against the A's, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs allowed. This guy's been absolutely dynamite. Now, he's got 3 starts against Toronto this year, and in those starts, he's pitched a total of 17 innings. He's gotten tagged for 18 hits, but the runs only has given up 8 runs over the 17 innings. He has struck out 16 there. So just something to watch for as far as that one goes. Now, when you look at a couple trends here for this game, the over, when the Blue Jays are a dog on the road, they've played to the over 6 straight. Rasmussen's last 8 starts versus AL East opponents, 7-0-1 to the over. Rays, though, have won 5 straight starts that Rasmussen has pitched in. The over, again, we keep talking about these overs. Blue Jays, 5 straight road games against a right-handed starter have went over the total. Now, team total under for the Blue Jays for the first 5 innings is 21-9 over the last 30 games. I'm going to say that again. Blue Jays, first 5 innings, team total under has hit 21 of the last 30 games. Blue Jays 14-7 over their last 21 overall. And in their last 11, the Blue Jays have covered the run line 9 of their last 11 games. Listen, you can get them plus a run and a half here, minus $1.15. That's extremely cheap. I like that on the run line, plus a run and a half, minus 115 there. Gives you a little wiggle room. I do like that way of looking at it to get home in this game. Next game on the board, you got the Mariners and the Brewers, and obviously the Brewers just absolutely destroy the Mariners yesterday. If you watched yesterday's show, I said I liked the over, but I never could have imagined 22-0. Now the Brewers are laying $1.18 today, plus 110 to come back on the Seattle Mariners. 77% of the ticket count, 81% of the handles on the Brew Crew, 23% of ticket count, 19% of the handle on the Mariners. 7 is the total, 71% of the ticket count, equaling 56% of the handle. Looking to go over that 7. 29% ticket count, 44% of the handle, looking towards the under. Now, the Brewers, 10-2 back July 23rd of last year, 22-0 yesterday. So in the last 2 times they faced the Mariners, they've outscored them 32-2. Over the last 10 meetings since 2023, the Brewers have won 8 of the last 10. Brewers have also won 4 of the last 5 games they've played in overall. When you look at this from a Mariners standpoint, they do have Logan Gilbert going on the hill, so I would think you're not going to see 22 runs from the Brewers again today, obviously. 4-1 with a 3.16 in Gilbert's last 5 starts. Last year he pitched against Milwaukee, 6 1/3, 2 hits, did not allow a run, and he struck out 10. Now, Dustin May came over from the Cardinals. They're in the division. Man, he's been pitching solid. 1-1 with a 2.79 over his last 5 starts. He's pitched very well for the Milwaukee Brewers here. When you look at this, the under is cashed 5 of the last 6 games when the Brewers play AL West opponents, but the over has cashed 4 straight games that the Brewers have played in when they are a favorite here in this one. The Mariners, they've played to the over 25 of the last 40 games on the road, so 25-15 on that mark. Now, the other thing to look at, We talk about these team total unders for the first five. Mariners have hit that 31 of their last 50 games. Also, if you look, Mariners on the run line, five of their last seven games in the first five, they've been able to connect and win there as well. When you look at strikeout props and whatnot like that for Logan Gilbert today, obviously this Brewers lineup playing really good, over 6.5. I'm not a huge fan of that, but again, when you look at yesterday here, 22-0 Mariners. They've had trouble hitting the ball all year long. Have just really struggled in that department. Team total runs, Mariners over 3.5, plus 102. I kind of lean that, but more than anything, the Nerfy in this, though it's minus $1.46, you could look at that. If you're one of those same game parlay type people, if you look at the Nerfy here, minus $1.46, and also take the Mariners here plus 2.5 runs on the alt run line because you do have Gilbert going. You get even money over at FanDuel. So again, even money under or Nerfy there, and the Mariners plus 2.5. That'll get you there where you need to be on that one. Last game to hop into. Let's talk about the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cincinnati Reds, and the Cardinals still trying to hunt down a playoff spot. The Reds laying $1.40 plus 130 to come back on the Cards. 8.5 your total. Very sharp action to the over. 28% of the ticket count equaling 98% of the money. Now, when you look at the Reds, 67% of the ticket count equaling 81% of the handle. Everybody's on the Reds, and why? Well, it's Chase Burns. However, when you look at this, these two teams here playing the fourth game of the series. They had the doubleheader, and then yesterday, so split out the doubleheader. Cardinals come back yesterday. They get the win 3-0 there. Reds have now lost 5 of their last 6 games. They're dead as far as playoff concerns go. When you look at the pitchers, Matthew Liberatore, southpaw of the Cardinals, 1-4 with a 5.33 ERA. Been up and down. Gave up 3 runs back in June, his lone start against the Reds this year. Chase Burns, 3-2 with a 2.22 ERA. And that 2.22 would be like a 1.3 if he had not given up 5 runs to the Washington Nationals. Burns has been absolutely exceptional here. The 23-year-old, 14-2 with a 2.47 for the complete year here, has been absolutely awesome. He should be considered as the NL Cy Young. I know there's a lot of other people talked around about that, but I really think what Chase Burns has did, especially when you look at him not getting the run support, something that you got to look at, give the young man his due here. Now, the Reds have won 5 straight when they are a home favorite, though. Something to keep an eye on. Liberatore, when he's on the bump, the Cardinals, whoever they played, their game totals went over in 4 straight games. The Reds, the Cardinals has under his cash 8 of the last 9 games when they're on the road playing a team with a losing home record. Obviously, the Reds fit that bill today. Really hard to get behind the Cincinnati Reds just because, again, the offense is inept. You don't want to lay $1.40 with them. When you look at it, strikeout prop, Chase Burns over 6.5 plus $1.14. But again, we talked about the Nerfy there in the Mariners-Brewers game. You could go Chase Burns to get 5 strikeouts. That puts plus 102. So Burns plus 5 strikeouts with the Nerfy in the Mariners-Brewers game. That's plus 102. You can also look at, you can do a little Ohio. Chase Burns to have a minimum 5 strikeouts with the Cleveland Guardians. Parker Messick, another Cy Young guy. That's minus $1.23. So a couple different ways to play it and monetize there. RJ Cash Cole, Break the Board Sports, giving you stats, trends, information to help you with your handicap. Whether you fade or follow, hope you win your bets. God bless and happy handicapping.